So what did they have you do at Los
Uh,
Alamos?
I knew quite a bit of math and I did a little bit of neutron transport. It's a very nice subject. I somehow never returned to it after I worked on it. I had a project of the criticality of an ellipsoidal assembly, and I did quite a good job of that. And I was then in the army, and I met others who were in the army. Dick Bellman was there, and John Kemeny. He became a very important mathematician,
And eventually president of Dartmouth, wasn't he?
eventually president of Dartmouth. He was one of the brightest people I knew. He did a lot for computing, for instance, the basic language. Uh, uh, he also became a citizen while in the army at Los Alamos, and he wrote to his parents that how happy he is to do that before the uh, usual legal minimum time, and how that it was a very simple procedure and no questions asked if he were a communist. Now, all letters were censored. We mailed letters unsealed, and they had a Hungarian censor, probably Edward Teller's wife, uh, and they picked this up. And so Kemeny was called down by the security officer. I should add, Kemeny was, as freshman at Princeton, captain of the debating team. So, but we went down to wait what happened. So 1 hour passed, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Finally, Kemeny emerges. So we asked, what happened? What happened? So he said, well, I made the officer admit that there are several things wrong with the capitalistic system. He regarded it as an occasion to score debating points.
And at Los Alamos, there were many scientists from all over, many foreign scientists.
That's right,
foreign
Hans
origins.
Bethe. Hans Bethe.
Was English a widely spoken language, or did everybody speak to everybody in their own language?
I think the common language was broken English, or at least accented English. Enrico Fermi was a frequent visitor, and Niels Bohr. They were so closely associated with nuclear physics that they were given aliases by the security administration. Fermi became Henry Farmer, and Niels Bohr, Nicholas Baker.
Were there opportunities to learn? Were there classes with all these famous scientists
Well,
in Los Alamos?
after the bomb was dropped in Hiroshima, then the scientists did what they were frustrated not doing for 2 or 3 years, started classes. They opened a branch of the University of New Mexico, and they had mainly physics classes in various branches, and I took a course in mechanics, and I wrote the notes for it. So I learned classical mechanics that way. I stayed for a year, and in the fall of 1946, went back to NYU.
Good. And at that point, you became a PhD student?
No, I had to finish.
You had to finish your undergraduate.
After I got my PhD in '49, I went back to Los Alamos for about a year. They just started as I found out, the hydrogen bomb effort. And it was very intensive. We worked on Saturdays, and it was extremely educational. I learned what it is like to work jointly with physicists and scientists, where the task sets are not on purely mathematical values, but directed at the end. It had a very big influence on my interests and on my style of working. Then I came back to NYU. I started to teach, started to have PhD students, but I went back almost every summer to Los Alamos.